I'm Thomas Nowers. Welcome to Brahmaland. Welcome to Texas Junior Brahmas Coach's Corner. With me today is Jeremy Law. How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good. Let's jump right into it. All right, so the Brahmas had a bye week this weekend. The week before, you were 2-1 against the Tulsa Junior Oilers, and the second game, you won that game 4-0.
Right.
So a shutout, it feels good, but as a player, you can get over your head, and it can get to your head.
Yeah.
So how do you as coaches rein that in and keep the players focused on the next game?
Well, I think obviously, winning a game 4-0 is a good feeling. I'd rather win a game, 3 or 4-0 than 10-6. Or I'm very defense orientated, so we like to keep the scoring chances down. And Oliver had a great game, so we're fortunate enough to have a shutout. But as soon as the win happens, try to put it past us and know that the next day is going to be a battle. And it feels good for a minute, but you forget about it pretty quickly.
It can be a completely different game the next day.
Absolutely, yeah. In this league, it shows you we lost Friday night, came out, dominated Saturday, and then anything can happen. Anyone could beat anyone at any given time. So.
All right. This weekend, you face the Ice Jets. Friday night is away, and then Saturday and Sunday are here at home. The Ice Jets are 7-1-0 going into this weekend. So what are your thoughts on this upcoming?
Record aside, we know they're going to be tough. They've always had a good team, one of the premier teams in our league, and we always have good battles against them. So we just focus on what we're going to do, and I think they have a young team, not a lot of seasoned players with junior experience. Hopefully we're going to come out, be physical, and play a very physical style game against them, and it's going to be tough. They have a great team, and it's our crosstown rivals, so divisional rivals. It'll be a fun weekend. So.
All right. And then before we see you again, you'll also take on the Dallas Snipers on the road. So what do you think about that?
Well, we opened up against the Snipers this year, and we're very successful in our opening weekend, but I know they've gotten a lot stronger. I don't think we've really excelled like they have as of late. We've kind of gone through a little slump, and so it'll be a good series. Nothing for granted. Just kind of one game at a time. Right now we're worried about Friday night in Grapevine, and not looking too much ahead. So.
All right. Everybody talks about team building exercises. Why do you think they are so important?
I think team building and team chemistry is very important. We like to treat our teammates like brothers, like family, and when you're close to each other, I guess a good example is I always like to have a road trip early on in the year. That's why I scheduled our trip to Salt Lake City so early on. Really brings the guys together, and I think once they have that friendship and that bond, they really want to battle for one another. So during the game, it's not just a teammate, it becomes more of a brother, and when you get that chemistry, it actually shows on the ice, quite well. So.
All right, and then we've talked on previous shows about the language barriers on the team. How can you get team building exercises going with the language barriers?
I think for one, all our players, use Google Translate for our Russians especially. Our Swedish players speak very good English, so there's not much of a language barrier there. Our two Russians have learned a lot of English since they've been here, so it's getting easier every day, every practice, every game. They're starting to understand more and more. So they've done a great job of learning our language and kind of adjusting to what we do. So.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out, Jeremy Law.
No problem. Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. We will be right back with the players' spotlight.
So you're the new Brahma billet family, huh?
Yep, we are.
These are all the Brahmas that we have available to take home today.
Mom, I want that one.
Are they housebroken?
I can do the dishes.
We'll take them.
Welcome back. This is the Players Spotlight. With me today is Ryan Mulka, Dalton Foster, and Collin Young. All right, let's jump right into this. Dalton, you were named alternate captain.
Yes, I was.
What is an alternate captain, and what is their role?
Well, as an alternate captain, I like to see my role as someone that lets the team know like what to do, as in like not really could be on or off the ice, just try to lead the team to a role. As in, for me, I want to win the ship this year, so I'm just trying to get everybody to get on the right track so that we all do the same thing, have the same role, and have the same goal towards the end of the year.
All right. And then you're 20 years old, so this will be your last year in the WSHL.
Yes, we will.
So you're obviously working hard to get that scholarship.
All the time, you know me.
So other than training and playing your best, like what are some other ways to promote yourself and get your name out there?
Well, I know what some players do as well as me. We put out resumes, or we come up with a resume and just start sending them out to teams. What my best bet is going for is at the Las Vegas Showcase. There's going to be a lot of colleges there, so hopefully I'll just, whatever colleges I see up on the wall, I'll probably just put out a resume towards them or talk to them if I can, get my name out there as much as I can.
All right. And then you're from Grapevine, just down the road.
Yes, I am.
So you still live at home, I'm assuming.
That's right, with mom and dad, always.
It's the way to go.
That's right.
And then Collin, you're from Sugar Land, Texas, which is just outside of Houston.
Yes, yeah.
And then you are from Milford, Michigan. So I want to ask you about billeting. What is it like living with another family, and what's your schedule like off of the ice?
You know, it's different. It's weird kind of just, all of a sudden moving in with another family. It's different for them too. They all of a sudden have to take on another person in their house. So it takes some getting used to, but it doesn't take long. Off the ice, I really just hang out at the house or hang out with, my teammates, that kind of stuff. Just trying to get better every day.
All right, and then these next two are for all of you to answer. We'll start with you. How did you get into hockey, and as a young player, what is your biggest inspiration?
Well, I got into hockey actually because my next door neighbor every year would build an ice arena in his backyard. So my first time skating when I was about 3 years old was on that rink, and that's the reason I started skating. And I loved every minute of it on the ice, and I wanted to continue, so I started taking lessons and just took off from there.
That's awesome. All right, now Dalton, what about you?
Well, I was always roller skating when I was younger, and so when I was like in first grade, the teacher started handing out handouts for roller hockey, and I knew everybody else played different sports like soccer, baseball, football, and I just didn't want to be like everybody else, so I decided to play roller hockey and just stuck with it from there. Decided maybe this sport, I could be good at it, so I was like, everyone else doesn't play it, I can maybe be better than everybody else.
When did you move to ice?
I moved to ice when I was 7 years old when Euless opened up,
Okay.
So that was the first time I decided to go play ice hockey.
All right. Collin, what about you?
I was about 3, and I was just, around my house, and the hometown team, the Houston Aeros, was on TV, and I just instantly froze and fell in love with the sport. And then around age 5, that's when I started to learn how to skate, and then just played like in-house hockey, and then eventually moved to travel, and then never looked back. So.
All right, and then go ahead and keep that. Team building exercises. What are your favorite to do, and then do you have any ideas for new team building exercises?
I don't really have any like new ones, but I would say like, let's see, I'm trying to think what's good to say. We do like a lot of stuff on roadies when we take long road trips, especially like with the rookies and vets. I think also a lot of it is just like team bonding, just everyday stuff, like coming to the rink every day and just spending a lot of time with each other. And that's what I think the best.
I mean,
best
stuff
team
like this
stuff.
is even team
stuff
building.
like
So
this,
Exactly. How I would see team bonding is just doing little stuff with the guys, just getting everybody to open up, whether it be like a shoe check at dinner, get somebody to start singing for the whole group, get a good laugh out. I like to laugh a lot, so anything to like make people smile and just let them be themselves around me is how I like to team bond.
All right.
I see team bonding as spending as much time together as we can. We're always doing stuff off the ice. I like to see movies with the boys. I like to, go to dinners, do stuff off the ice. It's not just at the rink that we're together. It's all the time outside the rink. And especially with just moving down here from Michigan, I don't really know anyone else down here. So it's really all, the only kids I have to hang around with. So, it's always good to get as much team bonding in as you can.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we are going to put you guys on the hot seat now. The first few questions you all are going to answer, and then the last 3 are just like individual questions. We're going to start with that we talked about self-promotion earlier, and now is your chance to self-promote yourself. What is your biggest asset that you bring to the team in your mind?
Well, I'm a goaltender, so, my job is just to stop pucks. And, I think, I can do that pretty well in my opinion. That's why I'm here, so that's about all I got.
All right.
Well, I just like to not really talk as much. I like to go out there and do things. I believe actions show more than words do, so I don't really like to talk as much. I like to go out there and do things and show the team like that what we need to do actually, instead of going out there and saying, hey, we need to skate hard. I like to skate hard.
Yeah, I would agree with Dalton, the same thing, and I would just say my biggest asset is probably my hockey smarts and just trying to keep it simple and try to lead by example.
All right, go ahead and keep that. Which is better, ninjas or pirates, and why?
I'd have to go ninjas because they're, I don't know, a lot cooler, I guess.
Well, I am sitting next to an Asian, so I'm going to have to say ninjas or he might kill me, you know what I mean? So definitely ninjas.
I'm going to say ninjas also, because pirates, they roam the seas. Ninjas can, they can go wherever they want. They can pretty much do anything.
They're
So,
sneaky.
I'm
I would go with a
ninjas.
ninja too, so.
Yeah.
All right, and then if you were forced to go on a game show or reality show competition, which do you think you would go on and why?
I'd like to go on Family Feud, because I think it would be a good time to kind of embarrass my family a little bit.
All right.
Well, a reality show would be pretty cool, and I think I would be able to host one pretty well. I'm pretty funny, you know what I mean? I don't like to knock my own horn, toot it a little bit, but I think I'm pretty funny, and that'd be pretty cool, you know what I mean? I just live life and be like, yeah, this is how my life is. This is what I do daily. I'm pretty cool,
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Dalton. I'd probably say like reality show, just because game shows are pretty boring to me, so yeah.
All right, now I'm just going to ask one question and then we'll move it on. As a kid, what was your favorite toy?
I didn't really have like a favorite toy. I would just say like any type of like ball, basically. Like I was just really into sports all the time. That's all I did with my friends, so I was always outside all the time.
Definitely.
Different question.
Oh,
different
wow.
question.
Okay, wow. I like toys too, but whatever.
As a kid, what was your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? Lucky Charms, duh.
Why?
They're lucky.
Okay, that's
Who doesn't
why.
like Lucky Charms, you know what I mean?
And then your question is, as a kid, what was your favorite TV show?
When I was a little kid, I watched SpongeBob all the time. It's a fantastic
Who
show.
didn't?
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's just naturally what you watch as a kid. If
Yeah.
you didn't, you really didn't have a childhood. That's all I can say.
I agree. All right, thanks for coming out.